Hey guys, we're Van Life Sheldon's Travels. I'm Mike,
And I'm Stephanie.
and here today it looks kind of blurry. Is it just because of my little?
No, I think it's just focused.
All right, that works. Well, today we're actually right here in Santa Monica, so
The pier is actually
right behind us. I don't think anybody's even on yet.
But we did think it was exciting to take you guys here.
Yeah, we thought we'd come here, hang out. So see, there's one person here. Let's see if we can't clear it up a little bit for you. All right, we got 3 people on now. Hey guys.
How's it going?
Well, we just thought we'd come on live and kind of give you a little update on where we're at and what we're doing on a Friday night. So, how's it going with you guys here? But if you look around, I don't think we're in the desert anymore. So,
Well, we are actually at Santa Monica Pier.
Yep, we're right here by the Santa Monica Pier. And no, Sheldon, he's actually back in the van. He didn't come today, but
He actually didn't come out of bed today.
no, he didn't come out of bed today. So, Portland, Oregon. Very nice, Hector. How cold is it in Portland? Hi, Donna's Gang RV Adventures. Hey, Craig, how's it going? Well, we just thought we'd come live, guys. We just got to, we've been to LA now for a couple of days, and we've been trying to get some things straight. We're right here now, and we just thought we'd hang out with you guys on a Friday night. We are in the process of making a video. We got our little thing, so we're making a video tonight, and we're gonna head on over here to the Santa Monica Pier later and do some footage of the pier and a nice sunset for you guys. But we thought I don't know what you guys are doing on the East Coast at 8 o'clock, or it might, I know here in LA it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon, but
It's about 65 degrees here, too.
wow, a few people coming on.
Yeah.
Hello, Firecracker, Craig, Jose, RV Ashes, and April. Good evening, guys.
Yeah, we got a good crowd here tonight.
Yeah, we got 17 people.
Yeah. We're actually having a lot of fun. It's a beautiful day. We're out here and we're in the park, so it's really nice. A lot of people came out today.
Right. It actually is a little bit warmer than it was yesterday,
I
so.
think so.
Hi, Newton. How's it going? But we just thought you guys might enjoy hanging out here not by the beach. Well, the beach is right over the thing and the pier's right over there. We might show you guys around a little bit here in a minute, but we just thought we'd like to hang out with you guys here this evening before we get something to eat. We're actually going to splurge a little bit and get us a little something on the pier, I think, for dinner.
Oh yeah, basketball game is coming up, so that should be a good show.
Right, so I know a lot of you are going to be watching that. So
March Madness.
Yep. So I know that's why a lot of you haven't been watching a lot of YouTube, is because of the March Madness, and that's fine. Enjoy the basketball while you can, no problem. And that's why we thought we would come on a little early here.
Yeah.
And
Hey, Leanne Cindy.
I know they've been playing basketball, I think, all day. So I don't know when it kind of, I think there's still another game on right now. Ken's Journeys right now. No worries. We'll leave this up for a little bit. Not too long, because I actually am going to put out another video tonight. We actually need to. So, but the other video of the poppy fields hasn't been doing very good. It's only at about 400 views. So if you haven't watched that video, check that out. Maybe I'll wait to drop the, I haven't even edited the waterfall video that we did 2 or 3 days ago. So
Oh, it's a good one.
it's a good one, though. It's just as good as the waterfall video. I mean, as the poppy video.
Yeah, and
I think.
Sheldon went to that one too.
Yeah, so Sheldon got to go on 2 hikes. He got to go on the poppy. He got to go on the poppy hike, and he got to go over to the waterfall, which is pretty cool. Why does it pixelate? Are you guys having connection issues on your side or my side? How's everybody's?
No, our side is good. It would tell us if we were buffering. Or
Buffering, I would
anything.
think so. There's 21 of you guys on your 9. Hi, Terry from Daytona. I enjoyed that Poppies. I think that was like almost a once in a lifetime thing. I hope that we might have the opportunity to come back and see that on another Super Bloom someday. But you never know. That might take 10 years for that to come back, you know?
It was really kind of like surreal, because when you were on the highway and you've just seen all the fields from a distance, it was so funny, because the best way I can explain it is like a Lucky Charms field with just like orange and yellow, and it just like, it didn't look real. It definitely looked like something in a fairy tale, or like, yeah.
Just, somebody said it's on our side. It's a little blurry. Let's see. Picture is fuzzy. Okay, let's see. Let's try to clean the lens.
Oh yeah, it is fuzzy.
Well, how about now? Is it still fuzzy, guys? Maybe we'll just have to get closer to us. Is that better? I don't know. Can't tell. I'm using my phone instead of our new camera.
It's a clear screen on yours.
I see it clear.
On here, it's a little blurry.
Oh wow, it's really pixelated on there, isn't it?
That's no good.
No.
I don't know why that is.
So it's still not any good, guys?
No.
Wow.
Still fuzzy, they're saying.
Still fuzzy. Not a good connection. All right, you want to grab the hotspot out of your bag there? Let's see what we can do about that. We might lose you guys for just a minute, but let's turn on. I still do have the hotspot for a couple more days till the end of the month.
He says stay still.
And hopefully when our Patreon kind of goes back up, we'll turn this back on. But we have AT&T, thanks to Sandra and Craig. And we also have T-Mobile. So, but let's turn on our little jetpack here. We might lose you guys for a minute, so I hope you decide to come back and check out the stream. Let's see what we get on this little thing. Still booting up. I've really enjoyed having this little jetpack, but it's $65 a month, and this month we just really can't afford it. So here, let's try to go on the Verizon network. Is it better? We're still pixelated. Wow. Oh, it looks perfect on my end. That's crazy.
Which is so weird. I can see it on my phone, obviously, because I'm trying to
right,
moderate
so what,
the
comments?
Yeah.
I think it's my phone, guys. That's the only way I can go live is on our phones, and because they don't have it so this DJI Osmos can do it yet, so I have to go live on my phone. I guess we could pull out our laptops, but I thought this phone would be better than... It's gone now, so it's better? No? I don't know, guys. We might have to... No problems here in the city. We actually pay $65. This is unlimited, everything prepaid. We don't actually have a Verizon phone or anything. We actually pay for T-Mobile, and Sandra and Craig pay for our AT&T, and I did use our Patreon money for this. I think they offer that $20 anymore. I'm not sure, but I've never, I don't know, maybe your grandfathered in or something like that. So is it better now, hopefully?
It is actually on my phone. It's better.
All right, good deal.
A couple of people said it's better for them.
All right, but we are at the end of the month. I'm just not going to pay the bill, and it's prepaid, so we just won't have the Verizon anymore. It was $65, and we've actually lost about $100 on Patreon in the last month and a half. So that really kind of made the decision for us. We didn't, of course, I love having all three services. Makes my life so much easier is to have, internet no matter where we go. But it's just like the camera. I guess I messed up, guys. I should have, you know, kind of purchased the camera with the last 2 months of the Patreon money plus the money that I got for building out the casita for Renee. That's the difference. I was on my T-Mobile, now I'm on Verizon, and it works.
Yeah.
But
it even took a little bit connecting to the Verizon too. Though.
Yeah. Here we have an ambulance or something coming down through here. That's also on the beach side, so
below us.
Right? We're actually right here in Santa Monica, right on the pier. Basically, the pier's just right over there. But like I was saying, it's nice. Without it, we wouldn't be doing this live stream right now. But we'll work through it because I can't seem to figure out how to pay for it since we lost so much on the Patreon. So, but hopefully that'll come up. We still have 31 great Patreons, and without them, this dream just wouldn't happen. So we really do appreciate that. What did somebody say? I was surprised. 200 is too much. What does that mean?
The batteries. I was surprised your van batteries went bad. 200 out.
Well, it was actually 3 years old and had 70,000 miles on it. It was the original battery. So, I mean, we use it a lot. Well,
anybody have any questions?
Well, it's working fine because we're using the Verizon. That's why. So, if we were on the T-Mobile, we would have been pixelated still.
Well, thank you, Steven. That was so kind of you.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Steven. But I had considered actually even, well, I didn't really want to get into this on this live stream, but we're here. Let's do it. I didn't make this video. It was the reason why I put up on Facebook that I couldn't decide that I was having a hard time making a video, because the next video that I was supposed to make before the Poppy video you saw was us leaving Indio, Palm Springs, and heading towards Riverside, California, and we were gonna stop at the gym and do a few things and stay in Riverside for a couple of days. But we showed up at that gym and it was gross. And when I said something to the manager there, the guy at the desk, I don't even know who just an employee, he basically tried to follow me out into the parking lot. And I guess he wanted to fight me. I don't know. I don't do very well with that. I just kind of like put my hand up and just walked away, like not my thing. But what was funny is that he actually called, because each Anytime Fitness is owned independently, but there's one company that handles your money, and you have a key fob and allows you to get into each one across the country without any problems, basically 24/7. Well, this guy actually called my home gym in Clearwater, Florida, and had me locked out of the gym. And so I actually went to the next gym, which was owned by them also, and said something to that manager. It's what let for the motorcycles go by. And he was like, write an email and I'll send it to the manager and all this stuff, right? Well, I did that. But then I almost had to cancel my Anytime Fitness memberships because I couldn't get in, and of course I'm not going to pay for something that I can't use. So basically I had to get on the phone with ABC, which is the one that does the money, and basically tell them either let me back in or unlock my key fob or cancel my membership. And that's why we were going back and forth with them for a few days. And I decided not to make that video because it was so negative, and I don't want this channel to be about negativity. I know you guys watch us because you're
and you have enough negative.
You got enough stuff going on in your lives. You don't want to hear about our problems.
Yeah.
So I didn't make that video. In fact, I haven't deleted the footage yet, but I just kind of moved on from that video. But it did kind of give me a little bit of a creativity block in a lot of ways, because and truthfully, not everybody on this channel that comments is nice, guys. I delete.
It really bugs him.
It really does.
The nasty comments, like, there's so many times where he wants to make a video and actually show the comments and talk about how nasty they are. But it's like, why? Because every YouTuber deals with that. Every YouTuber
That's part of the
nasty
game, you know? It's
comments.
part of the game,
so
right?
I tell him, like, don't even bring it up, because then it's just like, you're everybody else.
Pretty much. So I try not to, you know, but we do have some people that are very nasty, you know. I've been told, why didn't you do this? And you have to do that. And you're going to do this. And I don't know how to deal with that, guys.
Actually, he's in the military. You don't like it.
I don't like it at all.
You have a comment and it says, like, you should change this or you should do that. Then it's like he vents about it for the next 30 minutes.
I just don't understand.
It's just like good criticism, construction
is always welcome, you know?
Yeah, but it is on how you say it, because, like, we're just reading it, so it's like, if it comes off nasty just reading it probably wasn't intended to be nasty.
Yeah, and I know a lot of you that I'm talking to right now, it has nothing to do with. And I know that a lot of people that comment that are nasty basically are not our subscribers. Because I don't know if you guys know, I see the analytics. Half of the people that watch our videos are not subscribers. And I would say a fourth of the people that comment aren't subscribers, they're just trolls. And, you know, it is what it is, but at the end of the day, when I have someone telling me how horrible my video is and how, I mean, how does that make me want to make another video when I
don't worry about it.
When I only make like $10 a video,
delete
guys?
That comment and read the 10 other nice
comments
ones.
That are nice.
It's so funny that I just don't understand why it bothers him so much, and I don't understand why it bothers other YouTubers so much, because it's like, yes, you did get one nasty comment, but I see 10 other great comments.
We get about 2 nasty comments a day, but we get about 10 great comments a day. So yeah, that's the reason we keep making these videos, guys, because to be honest with you, if I just read those nasty comments and didn't just delete them, I'd give up YouTube. It only pays about $10 a video, guys. That's about what we make. I know YouTube hates that we talk about it. Other YouTube creators hate that we talk about it. And I don't really talk about how much we make. But when you produce 25 to 30 videos a month, and they're all 10 minutes long, and it takes you 4 to 5 hours a day to produce these videos, and you only make $10 for that video, or you only make $300 for the month to make 25 to 30 videos, to make $300 at the end of the month, and I just purchased like a $600 camera setup. That's 2 months worth of YouTube right here.
But that's how it goes with any business.
It is.
You gotta put money
into it.
You do.
That's the thing, and that's the craziest thing, is that, and even with this Verizon jetpack, the next place we go that I don't have internet on Verizon or AT&T, you don't get a video that night. Why? Because I don't have this. But, you know, everything in life is a give and take, and we try to just work with what we have. And right now, that's one of the reasons why we've slowed down, guys. We're actually hanging out right now we're gonna hang out here in LA, Santa Monica, Venice, go do some hiking up in the San Angeles forest and stuff like that, just to kind of kill a little time. We basically can't afford to just put a $40 bill in the gas tank every day and drive.
But it's really not exciting.
No, it's not running hard like that.
Yeah, it's like
I'd rather be slow and steady.
You know what that reminds me of? When people want to go and see something every day. When I was a kid, I used to go on vacation with my aunt. And if anybody knows somebody who is like a complete troll freak and has to have every second of her life planned out, and then you go on vacation with her, so she has to have every second of every family member on the vacation planned out. Like,
that's the worst.
It is the worst, because like you'll be like, I gotta pee, and she's like, your bathroom break isn't for another 30 minutes. Like,
so we'd rather slow it down, guys. I know last year we cruised around the country pretty quickly. You know, and we wanted to do that. We really wanted to hit Seattle. We enjoyed going to the 15 national parks last year, and we're going to be doing the national parks this year too.
We're going to be doing a lot.
We're going to be doing a lot. I mean, we're going to be heading up to San Francisco. We're going to be heading out to Bridge to Nowhere, Yosemite, the Redwoods. Probably head back into Colorado. That's just the planned stuff. That isn't just the every little day, right? Yeah. So, you know, we're gonna start taking it slow and enjoying. Like we were thinking, how long should we stay in LA? And we're like, we could stay a week in Venice and a week in 3 or 4 days in Santa Monica, and downtown Hollywood, and kind of just go a lot slower this year, guys, because frankly we can't afford it. So, you know,
they're saying yes,
and that's what I'm hoping. You know, I know that it makes it harder to make videos when we're not traveling every day, which makes it, like, we're in this big city, we've been able to go and do things every day and make a video of this spot,
yeah,
you know.
But
and
we're in LA, and it has so much to offer, because it's like a beach town, but it is really the city. So
it is the city.
Yeah, so it has a lot to offer.
But, you know, I know a lot of you don't like the city boondocking, but and we're on that page too, guys. Don't get us wrong. We love sitting by a lake or someplace, I mean, where we don't have to worry about it. But a little trade-off, you know? When we're in the city, we can actually hit the gym and walk and do stuff and hang out. But then when we're out in the middle of nowhere, we can hike and do and stuff. So it has both of them have their pros and cons,
Somebody
and I like to do both.
That gas is $3.31 in San Diego, and that's the cheapest. Yes, like
$4.12 or
there's
something.
actually a few van lifers that we've come across that won't even come into California, and some of them are for their gun reasons, but other of them is because
gas reasons,
or because they don't like California because they tax everything. Like when you buy anything that can be recyclable, you get a tax on it because they expect you to recycle everything. And then in all the stores in California, you have to buy your bags. So buying the bags isn't too much of a problem, but then it's like you really have to like know your stuff, because Mike laughs at me every time because I have my cart and I put things from the shelf into the cart. How I'm gonna put them on the conveyor belt. Like, I tell Mike, just don't even touch anything. I got
that way they get in the bag and then they can get put in the freezer and everything the right way.
Right. You're putting it in your own bags, so you practically have to bag it yourself.
Pretty much.
They never bag it right. They just throw everything in there. And so it's like, and it's almost funny because it's like they're bagging it, they're going and scanning, and then you're putting everything in the bag, and then they're like, oh, it's $58.97, and you're like, I'm gonna pack my bags. Like, what do you expect me to stop, pay, and then you scan the other people when I'm still putting my bags in here? It's just crazy because it's funny that they want you to bring your own bags, but then they don't give you like 2 seconds to deal with your own bags.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. So
yeah.
We did have somebody say, why don't we get like a remote job or something? Well, guys, I'm gonna be truthfully honest with you. I don't think you guys understand how much time it takes to make these videos. Um, I don't think y'all have a clue. I don't think you even understand one little bit how long it takes. So someone's asking, why don't we just get a remote job? I'm with you. We could stop, get a remote job. What do you think, babe? That works.
Mike says every time people stop and get jobs like that, their sub count and their view count goes way down because people get bored with it. Like if we're doing the 9 to 5.
I'm sorry, I disagree. People will stop watching if we get a job.
Because you don't have enough time and effort to put into the videos.
There you go, right.
Because now you're really trying to learn this new job.
And work the new job, and you got to make it from the place that you parked last night in a van.
Incorporate YouTube in the job,
and that just doesn't work.
Work camp jobs, they're usually not OSHA friendly. So they usually don't want you videotaping
everything you do. So basically, if we stop doing and get a work camp job, or we get an online job, bye-bye YouTube, because it basically takes me 2-3 hours a day to film this stuff. Like, by the time we find camping spots, parking spots, we get a shower at the gym, guys. We get our supplies, our provisions, and we take this camera around and we walk around for like 2 hours a day trying to find cool stuff for you. That is my job. Finding cool stuff to film for you and then at the end of the day, you basically, I stop, and from a lot of you that have camped with us know that I start editing after filming and I start editing about 11 o'clock at night. And I don't go to bed till like 3 or 4 in the morning because it takes me about an hour and a half to edit these videos. They don't just poof into nothing, guys. And the better the video, the longer it takes to edit. So, and then I have to upload that, I have to save it, render it, then I have to upload it to YouTube, depending on the internet connection. And like I was talking, I just lost my Verizon internet after the last couple of days. So now, if I don't have good internet, it takes me that much longer to upload that video. Then once I get the video uploaded, you have to do the monetization things, the tags, the title has to be right. You got to do a lot of work to get a good title so it can grab the algorithm to actually make money. And then you got to make a thumbnail. That's a project in itself. And once I do all that and it goes live, I have to put it up on Patreon, let it sit there for 12 hours or 4 or 5 hours to make sure YouTube doesn't demonetize it so I don't lose all the money and all the work I did. So I go to bed at like 4 in the morning. When am I doing this online job? When people tell me on the channel, just stop and get an online job. Well, do you realize that we won't be making videos anymore? Because this is our job, right?
I love how people say get
4
a
hours
job,
on a thumbnail.
like
No, 4 hours tops on like making a thumbnail, editing the video, uploading the video, tagging it all, doing all the social media stuff. Everything you need to do for one video for me is a minimum of 4 hours. And I do that every day, guys, every day. And that's the only way I can make money, is that if I don't produce a video every day, then I don't get 1,000 to 1,500 views a day, which means I only make $10 to $15 a day per video. So now I'm doing 2 hours a day of shooting, driving to these locations to shoot, filming them, then editing 3 to 4 hours and uploading and doing all the stuff it takes. So that's a full day's work, right? For $10, $15, that's what we make right now, guys. $10, $15 a video. Maybe 20 if I'm good. And like Bubba Warbuck said, big old helicopter right there. Wow, 2 of them. Military flying low.
we've had a couple of comments on
Oh,
there.
okay. He's actually up and awake,
But-
and he's been hanging out.
Yeah,
and
we
doing
didn't
his
bring
thing.
him today because we knew we were going live, and sometimes it's a little much when we're going live and he wants to just
Crawl around all over the place. So, but, you know, so if I make a video every day, then that is my job. So basically I'm working 25 to 30 days a month, and for a paycheck of $300 to $400. And that's why I say the Patreon is so important to us, is because it's half of what we make on YouTube. We make about $120 on Patreon, and we make about $320 on YouTube. That is basically $100 a week, guys, for 5 to 7 videos a week. Would you do it? I'm just asking the question.
Not a lot of people
Not
would.
a lot of people
But you
would.
got to remember, Mike, you signed up for
I did,
this.
and this is what we do.
This is what you wanted
This
to
is
do
what
for a
we
year.
do.
You had a job. You
Right.
were going to school. You
Right.
were getting 3-digit paychecks, sometimes 4-digit paychecks.
Right, I know.
Yeah, and then you chose this life. So
But
I don't think it's fair to complain.
it's not.
So now people are asking, questions
Okay.
that we should be answering.
Good deal. Oh, wow.
What do
Tracy,
you
thank you
use for
so
making
much.
thumbnails?
I actually use this, it's called Curve. It's like a little app called Curve. Oh, Bubba, thank you so much. Thank you, Tracy. You guys are awesome.
Get Sheldon some turtle
And
food.
you're going to head back to the NCAA game. I don't blame you, Bubba. There are a lot of you guys, and just like the Bubba Warbucks, the Tracy Wells, the Sanders and Craigs, and all of the little Patreons, the little $5 and the $2 and the $10 and the Stevens, and all of you guys, that money, that's what a lot of people don't understand what Patreon is. And it's basically people giving $1, $5, $10, $20. And when you give $5 and 30 people give $5, we end up with like $120, which is great because that actually pays for our insurance on the van, which is an occurring event every month. And so at this point, we're basically breaking even with YouTube. It pays the van payment and it pays the insurance. And that's about it, guys. But
Hey guys, what is your favorite SN? We're not good with the abbreviation.
yeah, what's an SN?
We'd answer that.
I would answer that. Go ahead and
In Palo, we are actually in Santa Monica.
oh, thanks, Paula. And that's something else, guys. That is about the most amazing part of this whole YouTube thing, is the fact that you guys are amazing.
Ah! That sounds like a serious relationship.
You guys are so
Janet,
amazing that you guys will allow us to park in your driveway. I just never ever dreamed that people would care about us enough that if they see us in their area, they're like, come park in our driveway. We've got land. That has happened, and we've used that so many times that it's just crazy, you know?
Okay, so we have somebody, and it was pretty funny. She said, I just spent $1,000 on furniture that I didn't need because my boyfriend wanted it. Mike and I call that couple status.
Couple status.
When you are a serious couple, there are just some things you cannot get out of, because with every couple, it's like, hey, do you mind if this Friday I do something for me and I go to the bookstore and stuff. So you do have to talk about everything you're gonna do,
Especially when you live in a van, because you have
and
one
things like that.
vehicle
So
and you don't know where you're gonna be.
Sometimes when you get in a serious couple status, you're like, I'm buying a new set of dishes.
I'm putting my foot down, right?
I'm not asking. I bought it. Here's the receipt.
See?
If you want to frame it.
We'll do without something else, is what we always say.
That's couple
You know,
status.
that's couple
Sometimes you
status.
just want something so bad, you're like, you know what? I'm not compromising. I'm not asking. I'm my own person.
I'm just gonna get it and
It
do
goes
it.
through every couple's head. It is so funny. We all do it. It gets the best of us.
See what I mean?
And SN is what's your favorite snacks?
What's our favorites? Okay. Well,
our snacks is not good. It's not like celery and apples. No.
No.
It is the worst. Mine is chips. Any kind of chips. I like Funyuns. I like the sweet honey barbecue chips. The best. Those are really good. And then when you want to get really bad, I like the Waves chips with the French onion dip. Ooh, that's really good. And then if I'm feeling a little spice, I put a little hot sauce in there. That's good stuff.
She's a chips and dip kind of girl.
I can eat. Like, if I was ever sentenced to jail and it was like, what's your last meal? I think legit it would be Ruffles Wave chips with French onion dip with Tabasco hot sauce. And I would eat the whole thing of dip and I would eat the whole thing of chips. And I'd probably use like this much hot sauce.
I have a sweet tooth. I like sweets like gummy bears or gummy savers or Swedish fish or stuff like that. But Steph, she's a chip girl, so
I love chips. Even the baked chips are good.
So I'm gonna do another couple shout outs. Thank you, Bubba. Thank you, Steven. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Craig and Sandra. Thank you to all 31 of our Patreons out there. Thank you to everyone that comes on and sends us emails saying you can park in our driveway, you could hang out at our place, we'll take you around. And thank you to all the people that have done it, and thank you to all the people that have graciously volunteered that, because that is what this is really all about, is the community, you know, because we don't have a home base. We don't really have a place to go back to. I know a lot of people are on, you know, they're on vacation or they're on
not having a place to go back to, because
me too. I do
a lot of our friends, we do like we'll caravan with them, and then like our friend Jake, he had to go back to Texas, and then like sometimes when you like leave your house in the winter and then like you'll be here in Arizona and you'll be having fun, and then you'll see on the news how cold it is in Michigan, and all you're worried about is your pipes.
Or as it comes closer to the time that you've said, I have to go.
Yeah, like
I have to be on the road to get back to my place by a certain
time. Like March 15th, like the next 2 weeks. That's all you're thinking. That's all
I got.
You're like, I want to see this,
and this.
You got to go back.
And then that is a different kind of traveling, because anyone that has a basic, you know, they have a place to go, an end point, a time, a place to go back to. That traveling is different than the way we travel, because we could stay somewhere. We could stay here a week. We could stay here a day. We could stay here a month. But when you start getting down to that wire, when you have to head back, people get a little grumpy. Yeah. People get a little agitated. People start getting ready to go. And then they you know, and usually that's when the caravan for us kind of splits off, because we're gonna do our normal slow your roll thing and see everything, and we'll let you guys go and do that.
Thank you to Nomadic Bike. He's always being generous and a great help. And then somebody asked,
we're actually going to spend some of his money from his super chat last time. We got our super chat money from last month. He donated a little bit, and we're actually going to use that tonight to go out to dinner here on the pier.
Thank you, Nomadic Bike.
Because we haven't really been going out to eat here lately. I'm sorry, babe. We haven't really been going out to eat. Steph's been doing a lot of cooking. We've been trying to save money like that.
Yeah, and Ashley, I'm from Chicago and he's from Kentucky, and then we met in Florida, so all those states really don't have 99-cent stores, so we're kind of getting used to the idea of these 99-cent stores,
and figuring out what you can get there.
Some like good stuff. Like we've been getting frozen salmon that tastes pretty good. $1 for
a little fillet, like a little fillet.
And then yesterday I got like 7-ounce bag of peppers and onions that like chopped up vegetables.
She made like a stir fry last night with that.
So, and then last time I was there, they had these huge peaches, like 99 cents for a dollar. So it's pretty fun traveling because in different places, like in North Carolina, I believe it's Food Lion, and in Florida, it's Publix, and in Chicago, it's Burcott's and Jewel-Osco,
and Whole Foods,
and
Whole
you
Paycheck.
might not even know any of those grocery stores, and you're like, what is she talking about?
Right? Well, I want to give somebody a little shout out here. Nomadic Bike, I want to say thank you for coming on our live streams. You've actually... we've gotten a lot of subscribers from Nomadic Bike. He just got monetized yesterday.
Congratulations. So I just read that.
So I saw that you got monetized yesterday. I've been actually going to his live chats. So he does a live chat usually around, I want to make sure I'm right, guys, 4 o'clock, Nomadic Bike. He goes live every day almost, or puts up a video. So he just hit his 1,000 subs, just got his 240,000 minutes,
yes.
4,000 watch hours.
So much because
that's a lot of work, guys.
So many other YouTubers. Yeah, and not only
that's the thing. Like you do all that for free before you ever see anything.
Not only does he support a bunch of other YouTubers and then create a platform where you feel comfortable going and telling people that you have a new small
channel and come see my channel and this and that.
He really created a new kind of network, which is really cool, and it's pretty cool that he's actually finally monetized now.
Yeah, and when I go on there, I try to. It's not like I don't believe in this sub for sub kind of stuff, and it is 4 p.m. Central every day. It's Nomadic Bike. Go hit him up on live. If you're trying to grow your YouTube channel, he might be. He goes live because it's a really good chat with really good people, and everyone there gets along, and they try to cross-pollinate with each other. If you have a small YouTube channel trying to grow your channel, maybe you'll see someone there that you're interested in following to help their channel grow, and maybe they might come over and hang out at your channel too. And that cross-pollination, guys, is the only way that we have gotten to where we're at. I noticed that Traveling Robert's on here from Miami, Florida, and when people like him come to meet you,
or like James Wonderless
Estates recognizing us when we were at the van build.
Do I know those two? They look
familiar, and just like there's been so many. Adventure Van Man noticed her at the first RTR that we went to.
I was like starstruck because at that point we didn't really meet a lot of YouTubers. Like we did meet Camper Van coming, so we did meet a couple of big name YouTubers. But Brian Adventure Van Man was one of my favorites. And so I was really looking forward to meeting him. And then when I was walking up to him, and I was actually going in my head like thinking hey, I'm Stephanie, I'm like so happy to meet you, because you don't want to sound like the biggest fan and make yourself like the biggest loser. So, and then before I could even say anything, he's like, I recognize you, and I was like totally lost my cool, and I was like, me? You recognize me? And he's like, yeah, I recognize you from Nate's thumbnail. And I was like,
and if you don't know Nate from Element Van Life, he's now in a Nissan little van like ours. It's decked out, and I saw on his video he's heading to California, heading to San Diego. We met up with him about 1.5 years ago when we came from the East Coast. We stopped in New Orleans for like the 3rd or 4th time we'd been there, and he was nice enough to meet up with us and hang out with us and take us around the city. Did an amazing tour of our van. There you go. Collabing, guys. Collab. We would not have got to where we're at today without collabing. Nomadic Bike, Camper Van Kevin, Nomadic Fanatic, they're Destination Open Road, Aja, all those Static Camper Van. Man, I could go on and on and on. All the people that we met in the last year and a half that have graciously opened their arms to us and basically took us in as new YouTubers.
And it was really cool to meet Static Adventure Van, or
no, Adventure Van. Oh,
yeah.
Static,
now we're getting them
van.
confused. Yeah, the Static Camper
in
Van.
Seattle. Yeah,
it was really cool to meet him because he has the same kind of vehicle as us. So
that's really nice.
It is like when you're a van lifer, it's really cool to meet another van lifer, but then it's another level
when they have the same
exact
rig as you.
Yeah, like year and everything. It's like, what are the chances?
Right. So luckily, we do have the Verizon for a couple of more days before it's done. If we do get into a spot and our financial situation gets better, we'll turn this back on. It is a prepaid, so I can just call them up and pay the money, and that's why we got the prepaid. Yeah. So hopefully in the future we'll be able to get it turned on. Any other questions? Because I think so. I want to say I really do love my new camera and my vlogger setup. It really makes my life a lot easier, and I want to say thank you to all of our subscribers, and thanks to Renee for letting me build her casita out, because I basically took 2 months of our Patreon and the money that I made from building out the casita to buy this. So, and all the accessories that come with it. I still kind of do want a Canon 50D, but that'll come in the future, and that's why we keep doing these vlogs, guys. That's why we keep going live, and basically us going live really helps us, because the last couple of times we've went live, we have made like $70 on Super Chat,
and we want to thank everyone.
And we want to thank you guys for that, because that makes it so much easier. We get about 50 of those dollars, and then I've noticed some people like Renee toss some stuff on the PayPal too, and that's how we can keep doing these videos, guys. So
yeah, because we weren't always travelers. At one point we did do the 9 to 5.
We did,
and we went to school at the same time.
We did, so. and that's the thing. We both could go back to work, guys. Yeah. But the thing is,
and we actually know
I hate to say it, if we go back to work, I can't do both.
Yeah, and we actually know a friend of ours who is a YouTuber, and he's pretty young, and he's in college, and his parents are pushing him to be like a doctor or a lawyer, and he has to give up his YouTube because he can't
keep it. He can't go to college. We tried.
College sucks a lot
of your time.
It is so crazy because I had two jobs, and those 2 jobs, like, you're like excited because you're getting paid, so I guess it doesn't take as much work from you. But college, you don't feel like you're getting paid, and then it's like 4 hours of homework, and then it's like, it's so funny because you're doing all this stuff and you legit know you might use 2% of it when you get out of school.
That's the thing. Both of us have electrical engineering degrees and general engineering degrees, and we're on YouTube. So, but the thing is, if I went to work for an engineering firm or did stuff online all day, I wouldn't have time. I'd be doing that, and I wouldn't be grabbing this camera, and I wouldn't be making videos. And
and what are we trying to be engineers for? Like, I definitely want to be an engineer so that I can build something and then have my creativity out there in the world, and then everybody can see it.
But aren't we doing that?
But I kind of spent my whole life trying to get into a company and work high enough so that I could actually put a project under my name. Like, that would take a long time.
And the thing is, every day I get to build my own project. Every day we get to decide where we get to go, what we get to do, what we get to film.
Right, because if you have a 9 to 5, you're expected to be at the 9 to 5.
At the 9 to 5.
Expected to
be traveling.
Working on the Santa Monica Pier.
Right. I mean, we wouldn't be here at the Santa Monica Pier on a Friday afternoon. We would be either at an online class, in a classroom, studying for a test. Guys, when we were in electrical engineering, we spent our whole day that we weren't in school in the tutoring lab, going over formulas, chemistry things. We actually have one of our fellow students, Candy, on here from when we were in school.
And she knows.
She knows
was
the
in
struggle.
worst class. We had
She's-
this chemistry class, and our teacher had like no life but to be a teacher. And so it was like 4 hours of homework plus 2 hours of fun work.
And basically it was 6 hours a day just to keep up in that class.
We like we're not stupid people, but him, I, and Candy would all go to the tutoring center and like
every day, all day
just
long.
work with a tutor so you could keep up.
Just so we could keep up.
Like
you're just sitting there and you
one
do
thing
as much as you can do,
Yeah,
and then when you got to a stopping point, you knew you could raise your hand and
ask
somebody
a question,
asked a question.
instead of trying to go online
Google
and figure it out. And then you don't
YouTube.
find the same kind of question, but you might find a similar question that might help you out, might give you the same formula. So instead of just doing all that, we just went to the tutoring
summers. We spent our whole summer in that lab.
We treated our tutor Jason like he was an intern. We showed up with coffee and espressos.
We bought him lunch.
Yeah, we were like, like, when do you have free time? Because we'll take up the rest of your evening.
I mean, we had to. That's what we had to do.
And then it was like we were the only ones who were passing, so our study group of 3 became a study group of like
7
20.
and then 20.
And it was crazy because Jason was like, you guys kind of have to help yourselves.
Help yourselves out a little bit. So college engulfs you. I mean, it's a job. College is a job. A job is a job. YouTube is a job. It's so funny when people are like, well, go get a job. Okay. Then you won't ever see me on YouTube again because I'll go get a job.
That's my new expression. Somebody said earlier, like, go get a job. And I love it when people say go get a job like it's a candy bar at a convenience store. You just go, you pick whichever one you want, and you check out at the counter.
But we could.
And you got it.
We could go do a work camping gig. We could go down to where Renee's at, and I'm sure she could get us a gig making tons of money, gate guarding the oil fields where Wonderless Estates is, and our friend, Renee and Michael just did it. I mean, we could go make a ton of money, guys, but that's 24 hours. You have 24-hour shifts, and it's like 4 months straight, and you get like 1 day off a month. And basically, I work 6 in the morning till 6 at night, and Steph works the other 6 at night till 6 in the morning, or vice versa, however we would do it. And we would never see each other, and we would be working.
Thanks for stopping by.
We would never be able to see each other. We definitely wouldn't be traveling because we would be guarding an oil rig. And I know that works for some people, but this travel channel, we've worked so hard over the last year and a half. At this time last year, we were at like 1,400 subs, guys. Like,
Okay, Paula says explain the playlist again. She played it for 12 hours.
So basically, I've created a playlist of all of of a lot of the bigger videos that before, because guys, we have 470 videos. I don't know if you guys know that we have almost 500 videos on YouTube. A lot of them aren't the best because in the beginning, I didn't know what I was doing. I just was doing it for fun, documenting our life, doing it how we do it, and it worked. But I put a lot of those in a playlist, and if you go to that playlist, click it and run that playlist, basically the ads will play and I'll get paid, and that helps us out a lot. So
thank you so much.
A lot of people do that when they're at work and stuff, or just hanging out around the house or whatever. They actually put on the playlist, and that allows us to get a little extra time and money for the commercials because they are playing,
Right.
All right, anything else? Yeah, Stephanie's been talking more. In the beginning, guys, neither one of us were very comfortable in front of the camera. And I kind of,
a big talker anyways.
No.
This is pretty much what you get.
Neither one of us are super sociable.
It's usually something like smart alecky. So, like, you guys don't understand. I have to watch my mouth. It's why I'm quiet all the time. My friend tells me all the time, shut up.
But, you know, we like talking to the camera, but we're not that super sociable people. I mean, we get a little overwhelmed, and that's like being in the city, we get overwhelmed. Being at these huge events, we get overwhelmed. And we've had people asking us, are we going to this event? Are we going to that event? Are we going to be here?
People catch me, like, sometimes, like, especially if we're at a huge event, like the RTR, and you get done talking to, like, 20 people. I was talking to somebody, and I kind of just shook my head, and I went, interesting. And he was like, you're not even listening. And I was like, I was listening. I just said interesting because I didn't want to really respond. Like, all my effort was gone.
And actually, being an introvert, being sociable, we almost have to go and recharge. So I know a lot of the van lifers are that way, and
like,
and that's
Mike,
us.
He is almost like ADHD because all them hours of editing, he actually likes to have the TV playing too.
Right.
So it's like there's him doing the editing,
Video,
and then there's the TV
in the background.
And like there's sometimes where I'll just turn off the TV because I
Can't
like
handle that
complete
much.
silence.
A lot, yeah.
Yeah, because especially when like you're in the city and you hear honking and then people walking, and then like I used to work in a restaurant, so I like hear dishes clanging all the time and things like that. So I don't really like hustle and bustle. So like when I feel like there's too much hustle and bustle, I'll just turn off any kind of noise I can.
So I don't know if who all's still on here. I wonder if Traveling Robert's still here. If he is, I'd like to say hi. And Element Van Life, if you see this, you're heading towards San Diego, man, I don't know if I want to head back to San Diego, but I'd head back there to hang out with you. So give us a buzz. You got our phone number. And something else, a lot of people don't realize, all of us van lifers that are YouTubers or non-YouTubers, a lot of us have each other's phone numbers and contacts and talk to each other outside of YouTube. So,
Steven said this is a good one. He said, I'm going to read it. Oh, yeah. No, it was actually Newton who said it. My bad. The scariest video you did was when Stephanie explored the caves by herself, was on the edge of my seat.
Oh, that's when we were with Kevin at Dome Rock,
yeah.
And you went down in that gold mine by yourself.
Yeah, I may be an introvert, but I'm still very
Nobody watched that video.
But it's
There's
so
like
funny
500 views on that video. You're one of the only people
Mike and
who
Kevin went down there, and they were like, I'm not going down there. And then, like, I kind of, like, yelled down there, and from the echo, you could kind of almost tell how far it goes. And I was like, guys, it doesn't go that far. You can jump down there. And they're like, no. So I actually went up underneath a gate, and they were like, yeah, like we were going to get through there anyways. So I went underneath the gate, and then I went back there, and then this was a cave mining tunnel, so they weren't thinking about, like, air holes or anything. So the farther back I got, like, the less air was back there, and I actually started to get sweaty. So I was taping it, and it looked intense.
She was getting pretty warm back there.
It was, because I was like, I can't breathe. It's getting harder to breathe. It was, though. The air was getting real low because they, and they just had the hole at the opening, and then they must have, like, thrown dynamite in there and blew it all out. So there were no people actually, like, crawling back there. There was no air back there.
The grass is actually a little damp here, guys, so just checking to make sure.
Says I saw your video, that was first. One of my favorite clips of a video, I think, was when we were at the Black Gunnison in Montrose, Colorado. It's this huge cannon, and it's all black. And I was standing on the edge of the cannon, and this huge wave came, and my hair was like all standing up and just crazy and kind of Albert Einstein-y, and nothing was down. Everything was up like a big mohawk. It was just blowing like that for like almost the entire duration of the hike. And I just thought it was so funny because like the whole time I just felt like I had this huge afro. And then we came back and I had all these like bird's nest knots from my hair just flying in the wind. So that was one of the craziest times.
It's getting a little, we're trying to kind of head a little bit north, but I tell you what, if hate to say this, but I said this before on another live stream, if there was enough interest, if enough people actually contacted me on social media and said they wanted to meet up, you know, but you also have a place in Quartzsite, really? Oh, wow. Nomadic Fanatics there, Eric's there now. Wish I could head that way. Our funds are just a little too tight for us to be running all over the country right now, so.
And plus, he's kind of got
he's doing his solar install. It's done. He's got a plan after this, so I don't want to stop him. I was shocked. I kind of went through our like subscription list the other day, seeing who all subscribes to us, and boy, I was so shocked.
Janice got off here, but there was one lady, she was like, I subscribe to 950 channels.
Wow.
We
slacking. Wow.
We slacking.
It's crazy because I go through and I find all these little new van life channels, and I'm like, man, they literally been a van life channel for a couple months. They already got like 30,000 subs. I'm like, how does that happen, guys? But
then it's so funny because it's like when people are like, here, find my channel, I only have like 10 subs. I can't find them. It's like really hard.
It's
like you almost have
hard,
to
right?
send me
Have a link to
so
find
that
them.
I could sub to you.
Right, and that's one of the things I like about Nomadic Bikes channel is you can go on the live stream just like here. If you see somebody you'd like to check out that's here that might have a channel, you can scroll through. But a lot of the people on his live stream have a small channel or a growing channel. They might even have a bigger channel, and they're trying to, you know, get new subscribers. And I'm not gonna lie, it's one of the reasons I go there. I like to check out new channels, find new people that I'd like to support and that are doing an amazing job. But I hate to say it, I've supported some people on YouTube that now I kind of wish I hadn't. But that's just what you do. I support people and everyone on YouTube, no matter what, even though I might not agree with their content or their lifestyle choices of some of the things they do on their videos. I just don't approve, but that's your thing. That's what you do on your channel. And like I tell people all the time, if, you know, let me do what I want to do on my channel. You can do whatever you want to do on your channel. And so I would be a hypocrite if I actually complained about what they do on their channel, because it's their channel. But
our condolences go out to Angela's cat. I see in some of the comments that her cat passed, so that sucks.
Sorry.
There's more room for Jax. What did Jax do?
Oh, wow.
Now.
We got to watch that video now. I saw, cops are out there, bad nomads overnighting. Yeah, in San Diego, I heard there's a lot of people that are saying that the cops are cracking down in San Diego a little bit. So, but we're right here in LA, and we have a small van, guys. It's a lot harder to camp or to boondock, you know, in the city if you have something that's over 7 foot tall and 20 feet long.
Like Kevin's ProMasters, he wants to do the big ProMaster like Kevin has, but anytime we're in the city and we like do a little flip around or something like that, it's like we couldn't do that in a big rig. I couldn't have done that in
a big rig.
Or like where we're staying tonight, I don't think we would be able to pull it off in a big rig.
We definitely would not be able to stay. It's number one, we can't stay there because we'd be too tall and too long. But even so, we would get noticed. I mean, we've actually been running without the placards here for about a week, about 3 or 4 days that we've been here in the LA area. But it's crazy because you don't have to worry about the cops as much as you might have to worry about other YouTubers seeing you. I'm not going to mention any names or say anything or call anybody out, but we've actually had YouTubers that actually camped with us before, know us, know we sleep in till 9:30, 10 o'clock every day because I'm up editing late at night. They know this, but they someone found us here in the Venice area, and they actually came to our van at 8 o'clock in the morning, pounding on the windows and yelling, Mike and Stephanie, to the point where
and then it was crazy, yeah, because a bystander
was like, what are you doing? You're crazy. What's going on? And the guy's like, oh, I know them. They're our friends. And I'm like, really? At 8 o'clock in the morning, you're going to just, you know what I thought? I thought it was the cops. But you just don't, as another van lifer, you just don't do that kind of stuff. So, and this is a guy that I actually endorse. So, like, it's crazy to think that you help somebody and then they just, I know this is a weird saying, but I call that kind of blowing up the spot. Like, I know that's kind of slangy or whatever, but, you know, to me, you're a van lifer, I'm a van lifer. We don't just like make ruckus in the city or out in the boonies either to attract attention to us when we're trying to stealth camp in the city. So that to me was really strange and odd, and greatly just didn't appreciate it, being woke up thinking it was the cops at 8 o'clock in the morning. But
being a van lifer, you kind of are really paranoid about, like, if you, like, somebody asks,
a little bit.
Well, hold on. Okay, my turn. Well, somebody asked, like, you don't like people knocking on your van. Okay, but it is, okay, we don't want to say no, because we don't want to deter you from seeing our van and then being like, and then knowing we're in there. It's one thing if you don't know we're in there, and then it's another thing if you know we're in there, and knowing we're in there and then wanting to say hi. The best thing that we do, especially if we see another van lifer, I kid you not, we just walk in front of their van until they notice
like,
us. Oh,
hey, yeah, because you might have to walk back and forth for like 20 minutes.
But it is the best way because, like, if you start circling our van, it's almost like a natural instinct, like somebody is watching.
Somebody's watching. So we have the surveillance cameras.
Yeah, you look up in the cameras, and then it's like, okay, you might see the person pass one time. And
anytime after 11 o'clock is acceptable behavior. Absolutely.
Come back this way, and then go back this way, and then go back this way. You're like, okay. So you kind of open the door. And you're like, hey,
what's going on? Yeah.
And then
we've had people do that in parking lots. Notice
that's
us.
Kind of the low-key
way of doing it.
Yeah, like, because we had this one guy on Anytime Fitness. He obviously knew what we were doing, and we knew what he was doing. So he actually got out of his van, and he kind of did one of those, like, turtle walks
and waving and hey. And we knew what he was.
You kind of have to do that. Like, if you're walking around, like, especially with us, we have security cameras. Just might, like, peace sign, like,
right. If you do that, like, because I'm gonna open the door because I know who you know. I see you in the camera on the surveillance videos. You know, so
just part of it.
It's just part of it. But yeah, I mean, we did. One of our friends did tell us that you came by when we were in the slabs and we were sleeping. Thanks for coming by. I'm sorry we missed you and you had to head back to San Diego. We met a lot of our subscribers in Slab City. It's really crazy that we met a lot of subs that were just traveling, hanging out there for a little bit. So, you know.
Somebody said I'm hungry. We should go down to Pier Burger. Bring you guys with us. See if it'll stay connected.
Let's see. You want to try?
Why not?
Is that what we want to do, guys? Well, the thing is, I don't put my life and location. You might see my live here, so you know where I'm at live at this current position. But tonight I won't be here. I'm leaving this spot. And we run about a 4-day delay, and I'm not even in Venice Beach anymore. So when the video, the Poppy video came from Lake Elsinore, and we've been gone from Lake Elsinore for 3 or 4 days. So, no, basically, to find me in real time with my videos is kind of, unless you did what I did for the military, you're probably not going to find me. Because we do run a little delay, and that's not for any, I guess maybe for security reasons, but not really, guys. I just can't make the videos fast enough, to be honest with you. We film every day and I try to edit every day, but sometimes we actually make 2 videos in one day because there's just so much content, and that pushes it back one day, and then you're one day ahead. And you do that in a couple days later, and now makes you 2 days ahead. So, you know, we try to run a 3 or 4 day delay. So it's not that so people don't know where we are. It's just so that if we are street boondocking somewhere, I don't want to like get myself in trouble. That's silly.
Right.
You know, that's just silly.
Yeah.
Anything else? Should we walk down?
Yeah, a couple of people are getting off here. So.
All right. Let's walk down. We still got 44 people. So we're actually going to head down here to the Pier Burger. Is that what it's called?
I do think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
I could be mistaken, but I believe that's the original name.
All right.
It's right here at the end of Route 66 on the Santa Monica Pier. So hopefully, keep your fingers crossed that the connection will stay connected so that we can bring you and you can see this unhealthy food we're about to devour.
Pretty much, guys. So let's
We
get
love
out
our
of here.
calories.
Jacket.
Should I put that in? You want to hold the jetpack? I'll get it in the bag. That's like my backpack. All my patches.
Patches from all the places.
My favorite one right there. And this one's cool, the Monarch. And that one's Bryce Canyon. And then Happy Camper. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
All right, guys. We'll bring you with us. Like always. Here we go.
This is how you do it right here.
Well, guys, we were actually going to videotape us going to dinner, but this might be more interesting. What do you think?
I think it definitely makes the live more interesting.
Probably.
You know that when you're watching something for an hour, you're like, do you still want to keep watching it?
Right.
But then when it takes a turn, you're like reading a book. Like sometimes you just can't put it down.
So, I do have the other camera. I don't know. We might do a little something out here. We might just call it good for this video, and this
Depends
might
on
be.
how the connection is.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, look at the view. Can't beat that. That's for sure.
That's awesome. So they already know?
No, you didn't do that. No, I didn't do that. And I think we're gonna just like.
I did forget the microphone wire.
Oh,
This microphone here on the Osmos uses a camera wire, and when you hook up the Rode mic to your phone, it uses a different wire that you have to buy separately. But I didn't bring that today, so hopefully there's not a lot of wind. I'm gonna have to put together me a little pack of all the little gimbal things and wires and extra battery banks and all that stuff, because we're down to 18%. So we might have to plug in before we head down into the craziness.
You pull it out of my bag.
Yeah, if you don't mind. I'll let these guys see this. So this is the Santa Monica Pier. And we made a video yesterday of this. Isn't that pretty? There we go. We'll hook up the extra battery bank here. There you go, girl. Turn it on. Just a little button on the side. Alright, I think we're charging.
Hold the camera.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it off my wrist. Loop it around your wrist. Alright, we're charging, which is good. We don't want to lose you guys. So I'll put you on the battery. Steph's got the other camera. Let's go figure this out. Alright. Maybe I'll turn my resolution of my screen down a little bit here for you. Oh, wow. Renee Sanchez put in $65 in our PayPal.
Woo woo, you go, girl.
Thank you so much. If you don't know, she's the one I built the casita for. And she's been a Patreon and a subscriber since the beginning. We've traveled with her, been to a few different events across the country. We have a video of all of this coming out. Few days, like I said, we run a little delay, so there we go. This is the park we're at. Good deal. People are hanging out, getting ready for the sunset.
Sorry if it starts to buffer. That usually happens when we start the move.
Yep. Kinds of nice flowers. Street performers.
What time is it? It's about to happen, ladies and gentlemen.
And that is not the camera, guys. That's actually a little haze out there. So that's what you're seeing, a little hazy, foggy. So look at all the people down here. Whew. So Renee, is that your way of saying you want me to keep the Verizon jetpack or go spend it on something else? I'll let you decide.
Yeah, someone said I'm sure the sunsets are beautiful, They are, especially with the ocean and the mountains, and then here you have the
Here with the amusement park,
Yeah,
and
pretty
boardwalk. Wow, that's a lot of people. A lot of people out here on a Friday night. Last night there weren't as many people here. On Thursday, but Friday nights are always busier. Of course. Anybody saying anything? I just thought we'd walk you around, guys.
Someone said, look at that parking lot. Yeah, this place is pretty packed.
Yeah.
That's why we just went ahead and found some street parking, because you could probably find some parking, but you will also have to probably be paying.
Yep. And we haven't paid to park since we've been in LA. We try not to. We don't have to.
Doesn't look like this Pier Burger is super busy. Oh, and it was Pier Burger.
It is Pier Burger. That's
If I
it.
remember correctly. There it is, the end of the trail.
End of Route 66, guys. Right there. Can we walk around a little bit before we get dinner? We'll get off here when we get dinner. But we'll let you guys see this place, because we're going to put dinner in its own video of today. And you'll get to see us having dinner here in a little bit, in a few days, when I make that video.
Smells like French fry grease.
It does. It looks good. So we'll walk to the end of the pier, let you look around. And when we get ready to eat dinner, I'm not using my gimbal, but I'm using a little monopod, so sorry it's shaky.
Yeah, you're so passionate in the job. Like you get excited and you're attracted to the spirit. Because I do. That means Tanner did a good job.
Tanner still has passion.
Tanner?
Wow, look at that. That looks good.
Tony.
We have not decided which events or we're going to be attending this year. We're going to play it by ear and see where we are. Here we go, guys. Well, you'll get to see some more of this on the yesterday's video, but that's pretty cool. All right. Back to the sun.
This is actually my favorite spot on the pier because right here when you stand, the water's just beautiful. It's like you're standing right on top of the water and the white caps are right beneath you. Like the dock goes out further, but over there the waves are kind of just like ripples.
Waves.
And these are the white caps. It's pretty cool because it's like right underneath. And that's why this is my favorite spot on the pier.
There you go. There's
like
a big
you're
wave.
walking on water.
Big old wave coming. Yep, that's why we bring you guys with us, because we know there's a lot of people here and a lot of people don't appreciate that, so you could sit in your living room and see it through us. For that, we appreciate all of you for watching.
I could sit here and watch that for hours. I love white waves.
We've actually been to the sunset at Celebration Station in Key West, and we have videos on that, guys.
That is definitely my favorite place to watch the sunset of all the places we've seen the sunset, because the whole town literally comes on one dock to watch the sunset together. It's it feels like a big city, but that is the one time during every day
Everybody gets together, right?
Yeah, and it feels like a small town.
It does, doesn't it?
It does.
All right, let's walk around a little bit more.
Whoa. Oh, you want some more?
I put this in my video yesterday when we walked over here, but I think it's just cute for all you Airstream fans. The cutest little Airstream here. Check that out. A little store. Pretty cool.
Oh.
Alright guys, let's turn around and see where we came from. Pretty cool. And right here is where we actually got our end of the road Route 66 sticker last year. We actually came here and got our sticker. We'll go inside. So this is the last little bait shop, last stop shop right here. And we got our sticker, and they do have a penny machine in here too, babe. Yeah, they got more than one. So yeah, we pretty cool. And last year when we were here, we got our sticker. I think this is the same one right here. And the little machine, it sure is, same machine. You can check out that video, go back about a year ago, and I'll show you where it's at in the van there. Oh, well, you want it? You got your purse and stuff? All right.
American money only.
I would hope so, right? All right. Well, yesterday I actually found a penny. Gotta figure out what I did with it. Alright. I don't know what I did with that penny, babe.
Still got time to find.
Yep. Too many pockets.
Oh, look. An Arizona quarter.
Here's the penny I found yesterday.
You guys live in Arizona. This one's New York.
Here's the penny that I found earlier today. So I guess we'll record this with both and you'll see this on the video. You want to hand me the other camera? And we'll record this too. Here's your penny.
Want me to turn it on? There you go.
Just hand it to you. Got to get it off your wrist. There you go.
So light.
Well, guys, we're going to record this for the video. ourselves. So
Thanks for watching, guys.
thanks a lot for watching. We appreciate each and every one of you. Please like
Comment.
and subscribe.
Check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
More content on Patreon.
And as always, we'll see you in the next one.
Have a good night, guys.
Thanks for watching.